going on, guys? Jesse Haynes here with CardLines.com. Today is June 23rd, and this is our first ever CardLines Weekly Recap, where we're going to be recapping the top news from throughout the hobby this week. Our top stories on CardLines.com, and probably most exciting, we're announcing a big giveaway, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But before we get into it, first thing I want to say, please give us a subscribe below. Just click the button. All you have to do is just, small commitment, tap it with your finger, good deal. Then enable notifications. We'll be blessing your feed with some sports card news every week, so be sure to follow it. We love creating content for you guys, and your subscriptions will mean a lot to us, and you might actually get something for it in return. Segue, here it is. Here's the Rip and Review. So we started this YouTube series called Rip and Review, where we're opening products, and before we even open them, we're going to be looking at the checklist, and we usually, talk about the investment potential of each product, and if it's something that you should consider passing, ripping, or holding long term. And we're doing that with the Fanatics Prism Green Wave Blaster boxes for NBA, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and you can win half of the break. So typically we do some kind of head-to-head element with some of the CardLines teams. We go in on these and open them and split the cards. Now we want to split it with you, and we want to split it with you for completely free. If you want to enter to win, all you have to do is subscribe to CardLines on YouTube. If you're watching this video, you're probably already halfway there. Just hit the subscription button below, and then you can get an additional entry by subscribing to our CardLines newsletter, which is linked right here, and following us on Twitter, which is very easy and also linked right here. Then you just submit this form that says first name, last name, email address, and you check off how much of this you've done. This form is going to be linked in the video below, and don't worry, if you've already subscribed to all three and you're the biggest CardLines fan in the whole wide world, just contact us and let us know, and you'll be automatically entered to win. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get into this break. I enjoy doing the Rip and Reviews. I'm going to be recording it, and we're going to just randomize the teams, split it down the middle, and then open 3 boxes of this and divide the loot. So it's a lot of fun, and be sure to subscribe if you want to win. Now, next news. This is just breaking stuff from around the hobby today. We don't even have an article about it on CardLines.com. But this tweet from the collectibles guru just dropped, basically speculating that there is never going to be a National Treasures 1-of-1 Wembanyama, because Panini is the card company that has license to use the logo men, and Topps has Wembanyama autographs. The big surprise there is this is the biggest or closest thing we've got to verifying the Wembanyama is signed exclusively with Topps that he will be signing autographs with. It's not surprising. There's been whispers, but it has not been confirmed yet, and this is the closest thing we've got to confirming it. As you can see in this tweet, he's basically just saying this card won't ever exist. Ken Golden says that if there's an unsigned Wemby logo man, it will not be a $1 million card. It'll be worth less than that. Bombshell news, if Wembanyama is, of course, a Topps exclusive, he will be one of the last exclusive signers that we've seen. And to be fair, there hasn't been a ton of competition between brands, but LeBron is famously only signing for Upper Deck. Steph Curry signed a deal with Panini, but that hasn't necessarily been a big deal because Panini's made cards all of his career. And if Wembanyama is just signing for Topps, it could mean we have very, very limited Wembanyama rookie autograph selection. And a lot of those are going to be coming in the form of, at least the licensed ones are going to be coming in the form of this, Topps Chrome University, Bowman Chrome University, any of the university stuff, because they have the licensed Mets 92 autograph. So, big news, very surprising. We'll see. Another thing, Select XRCs continue to get worse. So, Select has been doing these XRCs for a while, where typically it's like, wide receiver 3, and then you get a redemption, either autograph or just rookie card, of the 3rd wide receiver drafted in the draft. Now, because of all the delays, they're coming out after the draft is over. So this year it was just like, here's a mystery checklist of, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they just announced who those 5 players are. And it's Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Quentin Johnson. So they're all skill players. We got some receivers, running back, and a quarterback. But the big, shocking news here is that we don't have many of the top quarterbacks. So now there's whispers, and we still haven't seen how this unfolds, but could, Topps or Fanatics have stepped in and retroactively got an exclusive signing agreement with CJ Stroud, with Bryce Young? We don't know that yet. There's not necessarily a place to go to verify that. And in the past, Young and Stroud have both signed. They're both in select draft picks. But perhaps they have signed an exclusive deal that means no more autographs moving forward. We're just going to have to look at the future checklist coming out. So if Fanatics is trying to swipe the feet out from under Panini, one of the quickest ways to do it would be stealing all the headline rookie autograph talent. And if they poach them, even for unlicensed Topps Chrome cards that are going to be dropping, it would really sabotage the value of the 2023 Panini brands. So more there. Now let's look oh, what a handsome guy. Had not even seen that. Here are some of the top stories from throughout this week. I really want you to check them out. Just go to CardLines.com. We've covered a lot. It's been a very big week in cards, so I'm going to talk through a few of these stories here, just a high-level view. First thing, we wanted to talk about crazy limitations being placed on hobby shops. This just dropped this morning. Fantastic piece. I think it was late last night technically. But Fanatics just rolled out new terms and conditions for hobby shop owners that they have to abide by. Some of them are not particularly groundbreaking, and then some of them are pretty wild. The most notable one right here is it's been tweeted several times. Products purchased through the account are for distribution through the stores and for resale directly to consumers in physical retail, brick and mortar, in the product's original unopened form. So you can't do business to business or online sales unless agreed on in writing by Topps. Basically what this is saying in legalistic fancy terms is that many of these card stores will not be able to do breaks. They can do breaks in store now, but they cannot sell breaks online, and that is very, very unfortunate. For example, if you go to Best Card Breaks and you're looking at your list of best card breakers, my number one breaker does a lot of online breaks, and they also sell store or in-store products. So that's very unfortunate here. And of course, if you go to Best Sports Card Breaks, the number one paid ad spot goes to Fanatics Live, which is coming soon. So they're spending a lot of money, and I think this placement right here backs up the question of why they would do this. Basically sabotage the hobby shops. Fanatics started out as a e-commerce company selling fan apparel on the internet, and all a hobby shop is right now is a middleman that's taking away some of their profit margins. They figured out the e-commerce process, and in the eyes of Fanatics, they don't necessarily need hobby shops to make money. Hobby shops are actually probably costing them some money. So this is one way to get back at hobby shops. Another thing that I thought was pretty crazy was that there is a line that they have to approve the display, and you have to have a Topps only section unless otherwise approved by Topps. So you can't have your Topps Chrome University cards or your Bowman Chrome University cards by Panini Draft Picks cards, or Topps could pull your license. Pretty severe, pretty extreme. And one high-level takeaway here is I think Topps and Fanatics is just, while they're focused on the bottom line, they're losing sight of the communal aspects of card collecting. It is a team-building, family-building hobby, not necessarily a business, and too much focus on the X's and O's and the dollar signs is going to take away from what makes the hobby so charming. So let's just hope that they realize that at some point, but as they continue to suffocate hobby shops, it is looking less and less promising. A few other stories that I want to highlight. We talked through the best prospects of Ellie De La Cruz, who just got called up, and he's been fantastic since he's been called up. So there's a little bio, and then we get into the cards that you want to check out. So 2022 Bowman Chrome. Here are all the 2022 Bowman first prospect cards that we have seen thus far from Cruz. Here's some unlicensed cards, other prospect cards, and just get on here. He is going to be a talented player for a long time. He's big, he's young, he's talented, he's fast. So if you want to get in on the ground floor of investing, this guide will help you do it. I'm going to link it in the description below. Next up, I wrote about Bowman's Best University. So my takeaway here, biggest thing is this box is coming out. It's coming out on the 28th. It's going to be $110. You get, I don't remember exactly, 30 cards or something. So it's in terms of box size, it falls right between Bowman Inception and Bowman Chrome University Basketball. So you're looking at about, oh, here you go, 12 packs of 5 cards. You get 2 autographs and 12 base cards. So for $110, it's not a terrible rip. But the thing that's been so annoying thus far is the Topps keeps playing up this, like, you can pull a Victor Wembanyama rookie autograph. And then, in reality, you look at the checklist, and the only Victor Wembanyama cards are the base autograph. He's not included in any of the sets. He doesn't have any base rookie cards. So there's an astronomically small percentage chance that you're going to sniff a Wemby card. While all the other cards have their own base, all the other players have their own base rookie in several autograph sets. Wembanyama is about as rare to find as a Sasquatch. So that's really cool. It seems to me almost like Topps has a very, very limited amounts of Wembanyama autograph stickers, and they're just trying to stretch it to as many brands as possible. I don't know, can't necessarily speculate right now, but just check your expectations before buying this product and expecting to pull a Wembanyama rookie autograph. And finally, Shay wrote this awesome piece about the top soccer products to invest in. So whether you're a big soccer fan or just somebody looking to hold for long term, this is a phenomenal read. We talk through the different kinds of soccer, and I'm not a big soccer collector, but I just found this article super duper interesting. There's a lot of different leagues, there's a lot of different brands, and there's a lot of different sets. Panini and Topps make soccer cards, and this kind of weighs in on the differences between them. What goes with Panini, what goes with Topps, and which ones you should consider buying as a long-term hold. Of course, Prism, Donruss, all the card brands that are popular in basketball and football are very popular here, but there's a lot more alternatives because there's some licensed Top Chrome cards too. So this is a great article, also going to be linked below. So that concludes our weekly recap. I really appreciate you watching. We're going to keep it really high level and just introduce you to all the storylines from throughout the week and encourage you to find the ones that you're interested in and go check them out yourself. Hit the subscription button below, and once you subscribe, click on the link to our Rip and Review giveaway and let us know that you subscribed, so you'll be entered to win our next product that we're going to be opening on Tuesday and dropping that video. So thank you all for watching. Come back next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to keep you informed, offer our own unique analysis, and most importantly, have some fun. At the end of the day, that's what the hobby's about.